Oh. Okay. Hello everybody, and welcome to this stream of Fallout 4 Legendary Swapper plus random perks, not no perks, random perks. So the Legendary Swapper part of the challenge is that every time I kill a legendary enemy, the legendary item that they drop must be swapped with whatever I have previously. So for example, if I kill a legendary raider and they have a legendary switchblade, then that switchblade must be swapped with this combat shotgun. And the random perks part of the challenge is that every time I level up, I'll use a program that I've already written to generate a random perk. What happens if I... Yeah, so it would seem that all of these are empty. Okay. And so, with the perks being random, I won't know beforehand what perk I'm going to get. Right, like this is contrastable with a setup where, say, I've already randomly selected all the perks from levels 2 to level 50. But because I've already pre-selected them, I already know them. This is not the case. Okay, Jack's right here, by the sounds of it.
Let's hope we can find a way through. The utility elevator is on the bottom floor.
Find fucking bullet in you. I don't care if you're already dead.
I think...
Are you fucking kidding me?
Is Jack in that room, or is he...
What the fuck was that? You sure you saw something? Man, you picked the wrong fight. Kick ass.
Like, they're all shooting at something. Sounds like...
First mistake, last
Sure as hell looks that way.
I'm just not entirely sure if they're just being weird, or if they're actually shooting at Jack and Jack's shooting back at them. And even if it's the latter case,
Didn't shook up over nothing.
I don't even know if they're That's advanced.
You're mine.
Okay.
I've done this hundreds of times. Think you'll be any different?
It would seem... Yeah, let's check the local map. Parsons State Administration. Yeah, so help Jack reach the basement. Yeah, right there. Alright, well, let's... Since I have to use this gun and I'm vaguely screwed, let's see if I can actually bash my way out of this situation. Sure. Mentats, nah. We need that mysterious serum. There we go. Anything else to Sean? It would seem not. I guess one of these. Okay. So maybe if I just... You know, if I just go bashy bashy, because I don't actually have enough ammunition to take on all these guys. Let's take another Psycho Jet. I always think it's under S because the first phoneme is S, but yeah, this is in no way gonna be feasible. Alright then. You know, what if I just run? What if I just leg it? So there's a scaver. Okay, the only other thing I can think of to maybe get this to work is to use so many chems that I can just run straight through. But yeah, if the running straight past the enemies strategy doesn't work, then I guess we'll be leaving this area to go and take on a different one. Though it almost feels like that would be the smarter idea anyway. The main reason why I want to continue taking on this area is because the quest is nearly done. And with about 14, 24, 22 shells, if I'm lucky enough, I could potentially Um,
There.
okay, so now we have full health. That's what I wanted. Let's see. Left. Oh. I didn't know I had that. So let's first do that. And then take everything that will give us extra defensiveness. Like this. This. This, sure. So our main goal here is to acquire as much defensiveness as possible. But without taking extremely rare items like the Overdrive and the Mysterious Serum. Well, especially the Mysterious Serum, which would give me more damage resist, but wouldn't be worth taking here. So I'm up to here. Shove a Psycho Jet in my face. Let's see. Red Scorpion Steak. Take some of those. Veggie soup isn't necessary. Take a vodka. And a Jaguar ribs. The XL is also too important to take one now. Hi everybody! Okay. Okay, we have a Legendary Raider. Let's take another Psycho Jet. Oh shit. This is certainly the first flamer we've got. But we might also be about to lose it. Where's the next way? Is one of these doors supposed to be open? I almost feel like we're supposed to go in one of these directions, like that door that's inconveniently blocked off. Just for shits and giggles, let's take all of these. You know, this is just a case of let's see what happens if I am all the way maxed out. Let's even shove all those in our gob. see. Just eat everything we have. Overdrive, pork and beans, purified water, right away. All these squirrel on sticks, stingling fillet, veggie soup, a yao guai, one of those. Oh, here's the opening.
God's sake, how many of these bastards are there?
Loads of them. Okay.
Would need the key.
So dirty.
Okay, let's take another psycho jet. Okay, he mysteriously appeared out of nowhere from the thing. But let's have a look at like how we are in this situation for a second. Right now, you know, we would just have to wait for.
Don't have the key.
Okay, so the help Jack reach the basement thing is actually
Going up.
that's actually a location to reach. It still sucks that Jack for some reason teleports to the end of the area though. Even though I've yet to enter it myself, so his AI for this area, if it's any different. Let's have a quick sip.
I'm coming to see what that was. Peekaboo. Or if you're like a ghost, whatever, just leave me alone. Say it first. Just run.
Okay, probably gonna end up a bit dead. Just being, yeah, okay. Okay. So yeah, this time we'll just be heading back to Hangman's Alley, pick up more ammo for this gun, and then carry on. But also, since I haven't, you know, in this save state thing, I made sure not to enter the I made sure not to enter the second area of the Parsons area. My thought behind that was that if I didn't do that, Jack would be like frozen in his programming, so that when I finally did enter, he would still be at the beginning and not magically teleported to the end. I will probably be back here at some point, but I should, for one, have more ammo for this gun, and for another, I should make better use of it by taking on a different area. Okay, so I don't have much. I have one crit, but not a lot more than that. Now I have considered, vaguely, I vaguely considered the idea of carrying ammunition around with me. The only problem is it'd be way too heavy to do so, especially if I have a chance of getting weapons like a legendary Gatling laser. Actually, while we're here, since we regained the old lethargy, let's first, let's check to see if we do have it. We do. Let's take one of those and drink on this for a bit. There we go. This will vastly increase the rate at which we run. Right, yeah, so while I could, in theory, bring ammunition for every gun I get with me, in practice, either I'm really over... Okay, they're just settlers. In practice, I would either be forced to remove a lot of other items, like all my aid items have minimal armor as far as the challenge goes. Always drop weapons after getting new ones rather than saving them to recycle them, and all that. You know, and I wouldn't even have much capacity to pick up more ammunition, more sellables, and yeah, more ammunition, more sellables, more junk items, more of that stuff that I continuously pick up so that I can keep up this challenge. the other alternative is to only bring some of my ammunition with me. Perhaps also like only taking certain amounts of specific ammunition with me. So for example, the ammunition that I've needed for the random legendary weapons that I've got has been shotgun shells, 10mm bullets, shotgun shells, flamer fuel. Alright, so, you know, primarily shotgun shells and 10mm bullets. Now the shells are actually pretty heavy. I don't know if they're that heavy in real life per shell, but it's basically the shells. Also, if I'm going to be here, I also have the opportunity to raid Cabot House for all its resources and I have a few sellables to sell. Along with a few bullets to put away. So let's head up here first. This will at least let us remove a bit of weight.
Hi, I'm Meg.
Hey there.
Welcome back. Looking to trade?
Yes.
See what you have.
You got the cap?
Is there anything I want to sell too? I mean, this is the second boxing glove that I've got. In fact, it's probably the only random weapon that I've gotten twice. Nah. I do want to strip the mod off it so that I can use that later. And also the ammunition that I have, even though it is worth quite a bit of money, it's not something that I can like not something that I can sell. Although, given the legendaries that I've got so far as well, you know, the shells, 10mm bullets, and the flamer fuel, apparently, would seem to be the main ones that I would need. Alright, whereas the, some of the ammunition that I have a lot of, but haven't yet used, could also carry all these microscopes, but nothing to do here. I think this is the only workbench here. Alright, we have a steamer trunk. Suppressed powerful compensated Ooh. So this is stock. This mainly has the long barrel, the drum mag, the full stock, and the compensator. Then again, I don't have the weight to carry it. There's a lot of folders in here. A lot of whiskey too.
I don't need anything right now, thank you. Oh, what do you want?
Apparently nothing. But actually, Wilhelm, wait, are you? Wilhelmina. Ah!
Excellent.
Alright, that's his journal. Oh, okay. Now the downstairs areas, there's still loot that I haven't got yet, so I can go down and get those. The Zeta gun is worth a bit. It also only weighs 3.1. Let's see. Yeah, we have to go down here to get to the basement. Okay, a formal hat. I can't unlock the safe. Compensated advanced. Nothing else needed there. Magical floating plates? Oh no! How much reserve do we have at this moment? We have... Okay, we're wearing the baseball uniform. We have also 7? Yes, 7 reserve. We could take the unrusted tin cans, but we're not that. 4 railway spikes. It's interesting that there's also 4 dings on the fridge, on the ice box, ice cooler. Like, spike, 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 spike. I don't think that's intended. I think that's just an extreme coincidence because this model is probably the same as you would find with any other ice cooler. Let's see. Nuka cherry, rum, Nuka Cola, bunch of water, some of that stuff. A single pen in an ice cooler. And I think there was like one other whiskey around here somewhere. Wine. There's a hot plate, but here's another toilet with a Rad-X, which we found a lot of. And here there's a whiskey. Okay. Probably not going to find anything else useful here, so let's leave and then I guess carry this stuff back to Hangman's Alley. Any day now. Okay. Now between here and let's say Covenant, we shouldn't be that likely to come across a legendary enemy. I mean, for all I know, just going between Hangman's Alley and that other place, Cambridge Police Station, maybe there's some weird legendary enemy there that has some item that I can't avoid, which would suck. But as shown by what happened when I got the Reaver 2, like if I come across a legendary enemy and then like die or death abuse or whatever, there's no obligation to hunt down that legendary to kill them again. Now, this isn't just so that I can abuse that rule in order to not have the game slowed down by me getting terrible weapons which my character would have great difficulty using. Even despite having big legs too. So there's those. Miscellaneous. I think it's just the one bobblehead. Okay, now I'll take it back out. A bit of purified water. Okay, let's remove that. This has a Zeta Wave barrel. No, that'll take a lot of... Yeah, no, let's not build that. So it's worth a decent amount. Just doesn't make any sense to remove the pre-existing barrel off of it. Got a lot of shells. Can put these all back. That can go back. You can go in there, I guess. There's no real reason to. Oh, remove the boxing glove mod. Okay. Since I'm so close to over encumbered, I'll keep those anyway, I suppose. I probably want to have some ability to carry stuff. So putting those away rather than carrying them with me to sell them at some point. Let's see. These require a gun nut, which not a thing that would happen. Okay, we can build that. In my experience, having more ammunition okay, so that's 60. I almost want to go the light frame receiver just so that I can carry this thing around. But then it would do less damage and I'd rather have it do more damage. Got the barrel, the stock, the mag, and now just the sights. The reflex sights. Okay. And we can still move around. Lovely. So I'll drop a save here, and then we'll continue on.
If we want to win the people's hearts and minds, we have to.
Okay, let's chew on that. Okay. Okay. So before we head over to Covenant, which would probably seem to be the closest accessible save point to the Medford Hospital thingy. Let's also put the marker on the map. Okay, nothing here. Okay, none of these guys are legendaries. Which is great. I don't know if okay, so when Weirdest Builds attempted to no, not attempted, but when he did Legendary Swapper, I don't remember how he handled having friendlies with legendary items like legendary Brotherhood Knights. Yes, there's just an initiate.
But I can assure you, the Institute will face his wrath.
Yeah, but there probably isn't a legendary in here.
You think the Commonwealth looks bad? You should see the Capital Wasteland.
When it comes to keeping the Gridland running, Project England's the best.
Man, you haven't.
And there's like a few items here
with a vertibird. Now that's a challenge.
which we don't really need all that much. Let's just drop an hour in here and then be on our way.
Hesitating to pull the trigger on any of the Commonwealth stuff can be fatal.
That's not the way. Oh, this is the way. Now, as much as I don't remember whether or not Wethersfields killed the non-hostile legendaries, or if he either ignored them or pickpocketed them, as I just alluded to, it is, if you find... Okay. Yeah, if you find a legendary somewhere, because the item they have is generated when they spawn, you don't necessarily have to kill them to get the item. Okay, let's pretend there's nothing over there. No, Mr. Raider, nothing's here. I'm just running past, don't you mind me. So I kind of want to be vaguely quick. Okay, there's the Tucker Bridge. I'm going the wrong way. I was so mindful about following the path that I was like going in the wrong direction. So that's a building nearby. Over there is the I just ran past the blood bug. That's the thing I just did. It's like right there, and then nope. I said nope. Covenant, save me! Okay.
You here visiting Covenant, pal? If not, move along.
I want to visit.
Since your first time, we don't just let...
Interesting idea.
I probably shouldn't say nothing. No.
I'm new to the area.
You know what? You want to take the...
Sure.
Good. Take a seat, and we can...
Okie dokie.
So let's begin. There ain't no wrong. You are approached by... What's your response?
Right?
This
I'd
one
step
maybe.
away.
While he's speaking. Next question. While working as an... The infection is spreading in an alarm.
Restrain the people.
Very...
Sure.
You discover. What do?
I give the boy a hug.
Very...
Picture.
Are you certain about that? Your grandmother...
I'd
Oh,
I'd walk away.
oh no.
I'd say a prayer and hope God would save me.
A neighbor isn't...
I'd point a gun.
You decide it would be...
Change the wattage.
Test so...
Yay.
Welcome to Covenant.
Caravan came a few days back. Old man Stockton. Solid.
So I would presume that there's no way to fail that test in such a way that they would go hostile. Maybe.
I already told you. I don't recommend it. We get a lot of traffic.
Like, I do know that it's specifically the baseball question that is what they think lets you know if somebody is a synth or not. But I forget which answer synths are supposed to say. You know, do they... I think they always... I thought they always said pitcher. Normally when I do that thing, I specifically pick soccer. You know, it sounds like a dumb answer, but that's precisely why it's smart, because it's totally irrelevant to baseball and not something a synth would say. Probably. Now, I wonder what would happen if I were to crit the Suicider. And also that's the wrong arm.
Who's there? Here's playing tricks on me again.
Okay, so there's a Suicider. There's his right arm, 2%, but that's all I need. Probably. I just want him to be a little close to the entrance. I've got to do it over there, but at least if I Okay. Okay, that isn't how that's supposed to work. Alrighty, let's take one of these. Nice. There's the meat. All right. Let's drop those. I probably could have put away a lot of my Nuka-Cola. I could have put these away. I think it's just one more weight. Don't have to drop, so let's drop. That's 0.3. There we go. Bright yellow. I guess I may as well head over in this direction. Come on, they're right there. Okay, no use in picking up that and... It almost looks like the skirmisher is the last guy left. So let's do one of these, one of those. Yeah, so there's those synths. It would seem like everybody else here has already been killed. Presumably when the suicider exploded. Must have exploded a little too close to the other thing now. This here might just suck a bit. Let's see if we get immediately killed. Okay, still have the buff tats and the medics. Take another one of these. Let's see. Vodka. And a bourbon. Okay.
Someone there? My lord, Harry's night tricks on me again.
So it's on this floor. Can't get it through there. Okay. Stealth boy, stim pack, nothing on that side. for fusion cells. Single aluminium can. That actually went surprisingly well. I probably could have simply jetted my way through.
I hear something. I'm to die. Surround my
Now I can just take one more, well, do the Pip-Boy thing and then take one last Psycho Jet and then run to the right. Come on, any day now. This is not the time to be super slow. Okay. We also don't really need to be that consistent about gathering food. Like, we've got like 16 cooked dog meat stuff. We have like another 16 squirrel on a stick. The quote unquote squirrel. And we yeah, we have a mishmash of other foods that we could chew on if that was absolutely necessary. This is a quest we could vaguely do.
From around here? God, I hope not.
But
Not enough of these hicks. From around
we just need 1 hour. Let's undo that and then go that way.
From around here?
So I guess as this part is going to be quite a bit of sheer running around. Oh shit. Yeah, since this is going to be quite a bit of running around, one thing that I could talk about is a video that I lately saw. And this was entitled Fallout 4 1 Year Later. And it was essentially going through this person's opinions on the game. Like the way things he thought about what made it good, what made it not so good. There's the... Oh shit. Oh yeah. The whole Buffout addiction being secretly sure. Okay. That's not good. Ah. So whereabouts are we? Okay, we want to be going in this direction. Ow. Excuse me. It's not good that there's no way out. Oh, here's one. Okay. That's a raider. Okay. Wait, is this it? Ah, okay. So when going through and flying up with the Brotherhood of Steel... Oh, he's coming.
Win this? Huh?
Well, you see, I just did. So, that's not my problem. Yeah, so this is just like a little nook area. It holds an entrance to the CIT Rotunda. So where does this go? Also the CIT Rotunda. Weird. Like that little nook there would actually be a pretty defensible base. Especially if you have people on the roof. Right, so you know, so you prevent other people from getting onto the roof. Okay, so now we're back here. Wasn't much of that. I think it was just even the whatchamacallit.
It's like I can
So now that I have all that, let's first sort out the bullets and stuff. Okay. Right, then let's save, and then let's go to the railroad so that we turn in the quest and get the ballistic weave.
all this destruction. Such a senseless waste. What's our next move?
Right, so I guess back to the video that I saw. Yeah, so one of the things that this guy pointed out about this game is that it's sort of designed to nudge you into a cycle of like exploration, combat, looting. And I mean, I guess Okay, that's all working, that's all working. Right. Yeah, sometimes this controller likes to turn off. Thankfully it doesn't take that long to turn back on. So yeah, you know, exploration, combat, looting. Now, as a result of the challenges that I've seen and done, I do know that you can like short circuit that a lot in many cases. Like, you know, there are certain builds that require less resources than others. Like a sneak blitz build, for example, doesn't require ammunition. It doesn't require you to maintain power armor. It requires fairly little resources to upgrade weapons. In fact, if you stick with the same weapon the whole game, you barely need any resources for that. So you don't really need to do a lot of looting, letting you focus on the exploration and the combat. But there are also combat light builds such as either characters like my explosives only character, who, because of the rarity of the explosives in this game compared with the amount of enemies you need to kill, they very rarely killed any enemies. In fact, they only did so if it was necessary for the plot. But yeah, another thing that they point out is that like
Tinker Tom's been looking for.
Okay, let's turn in the quest first. Where's Pam? There you are.
Analyzing. You can send a runner to the DIA cache. Reward dispensed.
Ooh, nice. That means that wouldn't have been that much. Okay, then let's pick a perk. Critical banker. Nice.
Are you injured?
Am I injured? Yeah, nah. Yes, let's talk to. Unless we already have the thing and he's just like, ballistic weave, man, isn't it so cool?
Can you build me a mansion?
Okay, no, we have to actually talk to him to be like, we got the ballistic weave. Let's weave stuff.
Dez has given me clearance to set up my atmosphere. Finally, I can prove.
I can't believe it.
So my sensor, Chuck, that's...
I'll take good care of him,
She's got a lot. I got the perfect...
right?
Okay.
Hi.
DIA. Shit. But the creme de la creme. Lightweight, serious. I got some in stock now.
I'll take a look.
I will set you up.
Okay. Oh, he already has an armored baseball uniform. Armored tuxedo. Alright, but now that that's generally unlocked, let's see if I can go one level higher than that. Yeah, we can only do the baseball uniform. Yeah, so that requires one armor and these... Okay. So I mean, I could get the rank 1 just to
Hey,
pass things over.
Napping and whammo, it hit me.
I'll take a look.
Okay, here's what.
There we go. I'll take that off you. I'll sell you this. I'll sell you what I'm wearing. This mine. Sell you this bobblehead, these folders, this journal. Okay. So that gives me a bit more damage resistance.
You gotta be careful. Never know.
Now that's enough
Assume you're being watched.
damage resistance in order to I probably should have marked it as important, but oh well. So that's not a thing. I can and probably should go to this. However, the thing is, I almost feel like it would be smarter still to go through the glowing sea now. At least, you know, for the first trip. And that's for a few reasons. One, I'm not that likely to level up within the Cabot House quest. Or if I do, the odds of getting a useful perk that's useful for yeah, the odds of getting a useful perk for the glowing sea isn't that high. Like just to see, out of these perks, maybe that would be useful. Just chem my way through. That would be useful. That, I guess, would be useful-ish. And I guess also having like 1 extra point of endurance or agility would be vaguely useful. But the thing is, the odds of getting any of those perks is approaching 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 19, 20, 23, 29, 37. So there's 37 of these perks, plus 7 up here. So that's another, that's up to 44, yeah, 44. Minus the perks that I couldn't get at that level, so that I could get, that I could get, that I could get. That I could get, that I could get. Yeah, I think all of these I could. 17, 17, 5, 18, 11, 15. That I couldn't. Yeah, so it'd be just basically that one. 21 if you get that one. Yeah, so just that one, and also this, which only has 1 level. So it's 44, but actually there's 42 options here. And there's like 1, 2, it's like 2 or 3 that would be vaguely useful out of 44. So let's be optimistic and say it's 4 out of 44. That's 1 out of 11, or about 10%. Which, you know, for the effort that would go into running all the way up to Parsons, doing all that stuff, and then maybe not even leveling up after all that, not all that worth it. Now another thing I'll do is I'll attempt to get the resources I need to get this up to my baseball uniform up to level 2 ballistic weave. Odds are fairly low of getting it higher. You know, that's like 1 out of 44. You know, basically 2%. Yeah, that's the way I want to go. What did I? Is it me, or did I very faintly hear a Yao Guai? Why was there Yaguais here? Okay, we don't need to put anything away. So I guess I was right about hearing a Yaguai.
Remember,
It is vaguely good that I noticed that it sounded like a Yaguai because they do.
I gave up alcohol after settling down here. Doctor said I shot my liver.
Because, you know, they do sound a little bit like Death Claws. Okay. What else? For one thing, if I'm going to go down to through the glowing sea, I don't need that much reserve.
there's Brotherhood, and there's everything else.
Okay, it seems like there's nothing else. Unless I run out and there's a random... Okay, that sounds like another Yaguai. Let's just take a jet. Okay. Anybody else want some?
Nuka-Cola's the only thing I can drink to wake me up. Otherwise...
Okay, let's cook his meat.
You watch my back.
Okay, first of all, we need 9 ballistic fiber. I reckon we have 4 there. Oh, we easily have enough. That's like 12. If we also need adhesive, there's enough of that. And leather, I'll take. I think it was no, it was fiberglass. I'll take all those. Okay. Right, so I'll drop an hour here. There isn't a big reason. I still have parasites. Let's maybe not have those parasites, eh? Okay. Alright, so we've just saved. Let's go to Diamond City see if we can build the level 2. Otherwise purchase whatever it is we need from the person. Like from Percy, I think. Yeah, Percy.
Shopping at night? Diamond City Surplus is always open. We sell everything.
Aha! We can. It's also interesting that the that's the Mark II.
I need some answers from you.
We're having a sale.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Here you are.
I think it'd just be in the mods. Yeah, just the one. Okay. No.
Park the car in the yard. How about I handle you
Alright, now we have that. Let's sort out which items we will and won't need in the Glowing Sea. And the aim of this is so that in the event that we come across a legendary enemy and have to kill them and get their item, it means that we can carry their item while still carrying whatever we currently have. That's the main reason for going minimalist. Alright. First of all, let's remove 183. I'm not going to be killing anything in the Glowing Sea unless I have to. And 100 shells should be enough for any legendary. Alright, we want a dick doll, we want antibiotics. That's only 6.4. So basically the heavy foods, that as well. Yeah, the biggest thing to put away is the heavy foods. Let's also put away all but put away 2 of those, all of those. Right away, right, ready meat. Some of that, some of that. Another stealth boy to put away. Put away that. Put away all those. I'll keep the vodka. Just take another one of those. Six. Yeah, let's have a full 8 of vodka. I'll keep this stuff in the light. Actually, that's 0.1 versus 0.5. Yeah, those can go away. I'll keep the mutant hound chops because they remove radiation. Not that good at it, but it still happens. Okay. So now let's do a full sleep and then sort out what we need to sort out and then head down to Somerville Place. Oh no! 10 Pints Bluff! It's under attack! Alright, let's uncheck that. Somerville Place is about over there. Okay, now with this video about this guy's thoughts about this game, it does make me wonder, you know, what exactly isn't as good about the game and what could be improved on it. Like, for example, there's things about survival mode that he talks about. Like, for example, he mentioned how at some point he did he did half an hour's worth of stuff and got killed. No, he did a half an hour's worth of stuff and then the game crashed. That's what happened. And so okay, they're fine. Yeah, and so another thing he talks about is how the survival mode is extremely difficult at the start and then levels out to something approaching very hard as you get to high levels. Now, as much as that's sort of the case, you know, this game definitely seems to be harder in the earlier game than the later game. It'd seem a bit like that. That's just the game thing. But like, let's think about the problems that I have with survival mode. Like, for one thing, I like how having to eat and drink how it has a greater
End of the line.
Okay. Okay, jets. Alright. He's also got a few of these. Alright, that should be enough ammo for the rest of it. We don't need to worry that much. Yeah, so I like how the food and
Hey there, friend. We're in some real trouble.
like how the food and drink is something you have to do, like, you know, as if you're actually surviving. What I don't okay. Yeah, so next up we want a marker over about here. So we've just saved, we're well rested. Now we just got to get running. And hope we survive. And hope we don't come across any legendaries. Okay, he's quite far away. And so once I start getting irradiated, that's around when I go into full glowing sea mode. Right, and you know, I'll go through that when I get to it. I think because I already have some... Yeah, I have 10 rad resist. It would seem to be increasing the time until I start getting radiated. There we go, okay. So now we have to get from here to there and back without acquiring too much radiation. We'll be doing it with Rad-X. So we have enough such that we could take 7 and repeat that. You know, take 7 When it runs out, take another 7 and so on, but we only need 4. Plus it takes 4 water. It'd seem like we need one water for every Rad-X. So they're approximately even. Anything else? Oh yeah, Mysterious Serum. Alright, so that suppresses my immunity. I don't have any herbal stuff, so I can't counter that. I do have plenty of antibiotics, so at least that's a thing. And then from here, the strategy is to sprint until halfway. Okay, none of them are legendary, that's good. Okay. I know there's a Deathclaw nearby to here, but I can just take a lot of chems if need be. Okay. Time to run. I feel weakness just by standing next to them. Okay, if you say so. It should be noted that the okay, that's a regular Deathclaw. I kinda want to run. Okay, but it does seem to have lost me, so that's good. We're coming up upon the thing there. The crater. Are we? No, we're just coming upon the what's it called? Oh shit. Okay. We can counter the poison with Med-X. Now we need more action points. Let's take some of those. Let's Psycho Jet, Buff Tats to give us more health. Okay, still being followed. So there's the Rad-X. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, at some point I should come across the place. Should be pretty close. Maybe it's above this ridge. If it ain't, it probably ain't. No, I can't go that way. Maybe it's further south. Maybe this way. Where the fuck am I going? Over here? No? What in the fuck? Maybe it's quite a bit more south. Oh, it is, because now I get the marker. Oh no. Don't even have a crit. Alright, now we kinda sorta want to take... Okay, we have Buff Tats, Bourbon. Definitely need that. We need that. We need that. Whew. Oh, lovely. Yeah, that's not as bad as it could have been. Okay.
Hold it. Take it nice and slow.
Perfect.
I know you're from the Institute. I'm not stupid.
Take it easy.
Dad, don't you...
I'm not lying.
Did Kellogg...
Yes. I know you were part of it.
No.
Relax. I just need to know.
Wait. Never mind. What reason could you...
It doesn't matter.
Fine. You know what? But I'm telling you, I can help.
You help me.
All right.
Indeed.
If I help, he could return. I think. All right. First,
Yeah, they use...
well, indeed, that
Sure. Lots of them.
don't cook
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Let's go. Just point me in the right...
Well, it's
Come on, Virgil.
going to happen.
Indeed. Okay. Let's get...
Right. The primer. Now,
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
get
yeah.
to the ruins, follow the signal. Not gonna lie.
Lovely. And then when we leave, it'll be time for more Rad-X. Okay. Let's try only taking 2 because of the mysterious serum that we have. Also, we want to go straight to Somerville Place and uncheck the quest. From here, it's basically the same moving strategy that I employed previously. Wherein what I do is I also didn't I have I guess if I can make it so that I don't die in one hit, that'd be very useful. It's a red scorpion. It's a regular Deathclaw, so I don't need to worry about trying to kill him. Okay. Okay, that Deathclaw spotted me. No point in going around there. That's a red scorpion. Red scorpion means you keep on running, basically. There's the Eyebot. Okay, Deathclaw going that way. We want to go around. Now for that, I don't know if that's a Deathclaw following me or if that's the Red Scorpion following me. Okay. Oh lovely, now I have to kill a legendary bloatfly. This'll do. I'll take a jet just so I can find. Okay, troubleshooter's chest piece. That's slightly heavier. 1419, 1721. Actually, let's write this down before I forget. So it was first combat armor arm, and then troubleshooters synth chest. Okay. It would seem like we're out of the woods. We're coming up to the place a little from the south though. Hey, there's a pack of Brahmin here. Which don't actually come out to be very... very legendary. So yeah, now as I was distracted by the whole trek through the glowing sea, yeah, so basically alright, we're close. Yeah, so I think it's cool that requiring the player to eat and drink. I have mentioned this before, but that does add another dimension to the challenge. That is a lot of stuff that just ran out. Oh well. Northwards. Not eastwards, north. North is the way. So yeah, now as much as I like the food and drink system, like one thing that could be adjusted would be to have them go down differently. Differently based on what you do. Like currently, outside of certain items like chems and stuff that instantly changes your hunger or thirst. Other than that, it basically goes down at the same rate at all times. Oh dear. Literally, oh dear. How about I crit you in the face? Okay, I'll do one of those. Whew. Cunning, synth, right leg. Agility and perception. Don't mind if I do. Okay. Cunning, synth, leg. Looks like there's nothing over there. Let's at least be okay, super mutant, skirmisher. Don't see anybody else there, so I'm fine to just keep on running. Yeah, so anyway, with different actions, one thing that could be the case is like your hunger, for example, might increase. Why do you have the lamps?
You're that.
Is it Halloween in game? No. 25th of November. That's not Halloween. Yeah, so for example, let's say if you stand still, your hunger goes down really slowly. When you walk, it goes down at, let's say, 1 unit.
Hold up. I need some answers from you.
No, you don't. Oh, we can sell that straight out. Huh.
Quit stalling.
Can at least bring that down to that and sell that. That I can't remember the thing of. Can sell the assassins. Probably the duelists too.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Alright. Assassins. Duelists. troubleshooters. Nothing there to sell. Tesla Science. Oh boy, do I have a lot of caps. And I have this much caps without even selling any ammunition. Because normally I sell ammunition. Alright, so I want to crank that one up. That one up. Actually, let's see what resources it needs. Get this up to Brotherhood of Steel for that, but why would I do that when I can... actually... Honestly, all the resources going into here just for one more damage resist isn't really worth it. That's actually probably the better one. This one, not worth doing up. I can pocket it though. Okay, this one is already pocketed. That's great.
Don't worry.
I'll take a look. Sure.
So I may as well do that here. So that's also leather. There's some in this. Let's see. Yes, I need more leather. I may as well head back to Diamond City and grab all that leather, come back here, do up the armor. That's because going up Green Tech Genetics is going to be a fairly long thing. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, so hunger might go up 1 unit if you walk. It might go up 2 units if you run. Might go half a unit if you sneak. And sprinting might make it go, say, four times. So if you sprint, you either have to eat more or eat more often or eat better foods. So that would also give incentives to hunt down and kill higher powered enemies like super mutants and Yaoguai, Deathclaws, because their meat reduces hunger a lot more than others. So if you want to sprint everywhere, you have to kill more Deathclaws and Yaoguais, and that would be potentially interesting. And perhaps different parts of the game would make you thirstier more often, depending on temperature and general saltiness. For one thing, swimming in water would probably make you thirsty quicker. The glowing sea is probably hot enough to make you very thirsty. And being on the coast is probably exposure to enough salt to do that as well. Whereas it'd be less in more inland areas. I feel like that's a new icon. Oh. Yeah, so let's pick up the resources that we want. Junk. So yeah, let's take leather. The L. That's plenty. Cloth, sure. Have to make sure one of those. And steel would be those. Anything else I need, I'll think of on the way. Just need 1 hour. Also, I had some sellables. That one, that. Can prepare that for selling. $44 can go in there, and that'll all be good. Now, another thing that might be interesting is, you know, with the tiredness, it makes sense that, you know, the stuff that would make you hungrier would also make you more tired, encouraging you to, I don't know, find a lot of Nuka-Cola. Maybe there could be like a specific chem that you can craft that has the same effect as Nuka-Cola with like the tiredness. So for example, the way that I would imagine that it would work is you use it and then you go all the way up to, say, tired or well rested or like rested.
Hold up. I need some answers from you.
Let's crank that down. Okay. Already that. Okay. Hello.
You again. All right, got plenty of...
Sure. Let's take a look.
A bit of...
Alright, you can take these. You can take the Acrobat's metal leg. These two things because they're no longer worth carrying around.
Hold up.
Okay.
I need some answers from you.
Don't make me shoot you.
Hey, Arturo.
You need protection.
Everyone.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Feel free.
Alright, let's see what combat shotguns he has. Maximum capacity, huh? So that's armor piercing, long barrel, full stock, drum mag, medium scope. We don't need the scope. The drum mag is good though, and the full stock. Combat rifle. Okay. And I didn't really have anything to sell, so let's not worry about that. Alright, back we go. So yeah, not only would tiredness go down with hunger, with like exertion, perhaps those could also go down quicker if with the exertion of melee. But at the same time, doing that to reduce the effectiveness of melee means they would also have to do something to reduce the effectiveness of guns at the same time. And the way to do it with guns is just to have enemies drop less ammo. Ammo is more expensive and occurs less in vendors. You get less ammo from ammo containers. Alright, let's... Actually, let's also pick up the shells while I'm at it. Okay.
I'm pleased we were assigned to the same team. I think we learned a lot from each other.
Yeah, so the other one I had a short stock. Put this on short stock.
You could teach Proctor Teagan.
Actually, I should have checked out. Yeah, all this stuff. Okay. Combat shotgun. So we'll be changing the magazine, but not the sights.
Call me old-fashioned, but there's nothing better than boots on the ground.
Okay, let's do that. Switch this over to the drum. Yeah, 74 versus 104 isn't that much.
This was well. Now, waiting to discover.
Drop off all that. Soon I'll drop off the weapon. Cook up the food.
We have a lot of ground to cover.
Come on, let me on the thing.
Thank you. It's like I can finally think straight.
So there's that. Deathclaw meat.
Yeah!
Radstag flesh. Okay. Now we are actually quite close to leveling. Very close. Is it desirable to do a little bit of grinding just to edge us over the little edge? Also get those back out. Don't need that. Take the booze. Take the food. Take 3 Nuka Quantum. That for energy resist. Should have, yeah, plenty of that and vodka. Yeah, I think that's basically it for that.
Considering the city took some direct hits during the war, it's astonishing so much of it's
Also, how much purified water do we have? It's like 6. Yeah, I think I should, for one thing, take all of that except, just like 21. Crank that down into water, which will also give us XP. Take that. I guess the soups might actually, I don't know for sure, but they might reduce thirst.
How can I help you, Knight?
They shouldn't. Oh yeah, there we go. We did it! Okay. Let's see. Commando. I almost wonder if it's worth it to switch this over to...
Be a part of something as important as
No, that requires gun nut. Also, it still does less damage. And probably very little DPS. Oh well.
all this destruction. Such a senseless waste.
Alright, let's do 7 hours. There we go.
What's our next move?
Yeah, so in survival mode, I mentioned before how to some extent there are bullet sponges, like how some enemies behave. Wait, I was supposed to go this way. Yeah, how some enemies behave as bullet sponges. One way to consider that, like as a general rule to avoid bullet sponginess, is any... Okay, let's just do 1 hour here. So yeah, as a rule of thumb, perhaps any enemy that is not a boss should take no more than a minute to kill. Or perhaps 30 seconds, some amount of time that is appropriate. Oh, joy. Ow. Yep, penetrated. Oh, lovely. I almost wish I did run that way. But I guess this might end up taking a bit longer. So I'm actually going... Well, first I should switch. Yeah, there's no upgrade. That's the 3rd boxing glove that I've gotten so far. Now I think I might potentially be noticing a bit of a pattern here. This is the 3rd 1, 2, 3. The 3rd boxing glove that we've got in this challenge. Now, I reckon this is because the game is choosing weapons to give me based on my perks. Maybe it isn't. But if you notice, Iron Fist 2, I've gotten 3 boxing gloves and a knuckles. Yeah. I also got 1 baton, 1 switchblade, yeah, a box, a switchblade and a baton. Big leagues 2. Double barrel shotgun, combat shotgun, rifleman, mighty 10mm pistol, gunslinger. Now, the only thing that breaks the general trend here would be that I don't have heavy gunner. Right, and so You know, even though I don't have this, I still got the Exterminator's Flamer, and then end up dying, but still. So maybe it takes your perks into account. Maybe this is just I don't know, it might also have something to do with the order in which you get your perks, which shouldn't make sense. Our very second perk in this challenge was Gunslinger. So if it goes based on the first weapon perk you get to spawn more of those weapons, we would see more more of that. Or maybe I don't know. For all I know, what's actually going on is we're looking at noise and trying to see a pattern. That could be all it is. Okay. So you can go in there. Okay. I was on the B. Was it? Oh no, it was under spiked. Okay. If we also have the boxing glove, we also want to have a bit more aid items. So, let's have some of those, the whiskey, and the Yalgoi ribs. And then we'll be just shoving those into our mouths for a lot of background healing.
Doctor said I shot my liver.
Okay. Hey, KG, the game alive. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going for you?
It's the only thing I can drink that wakes me up. Otherwise, it's all hazy.
Oh wait, I was gonna actually modify the boxing glove. We can't do puncturing because we don't have the perk for it. I'll just put that on. So now when we punch somebody, they'll be all good and bleeding. Oh, that's good to hear. Is it because of something amazing that's happened, or do you generally have good days? So now that I have the boxing glove, well, that's good to hear. Alright, let's drop one last, well not one last, we'll probably be returning here quite often. Whether it's by running here or going via the Grim Reaper's taxi service. Now, the presence of this boxing glove is going to make this quite a bit harder. I don't need those caps. How do you mean? Alrighty. Okay, let's
send reinforcements to the lobby in case there are more.
yeah. Oh. Actually, let's go here. If I run over to here, I can turn off the turrets. And then let's shove some chems down our throats. Buff tats. Have a bit of extra endurance. Right now I'm level 25. So in this challenge, I've been swapping armor and weapons as I find new legendary items. I've also been selecting my perks completely random. My perk tree doesn't actually look like a normal perk tree. Alright, no worries. Thanks for joining. Okay, so I took a buff tats. I don't need a psycho jet just yet. Okay. Where's the other guy? Was that the only one? I guess so. Okay. Chow down on one of those. Let's see. Plop a vodka in. Do we still have the... Yeah, we still have the Psycho Jet. Nice. Okay. Thought there was supposed to be a second person over here. But no, just the one, I think. Nothing over here. Well, no, just the subway token. Okay. Okay, well I guess I'm gonna run over here and end the stream. So thanks everybody for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.